Hi guys. Got the music on. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hi MK Karen. Hi Doris Smith. Hello Heather. Hi everybody. How are you doing? I hope that you guys are well. So we have got I've got one case that I'm going to have us look at, and then I'm kind of torn between a few others. So what I'll do is we'll cover the main one that we're here to do, and then I'll bring up some other cases and we'll see which you guys sounds best. All right. So, me trying to move things around. Anyway, hello Nell. How are you, girl? I am gonna put it's damp here and foggy, so my neck is killing me. So is my back. But I'm glad to be here. Hi, Belfiore. Anxious to see this. This was Belle's suggestion, right? Lina. So, yes, we are going to be covering her case. And just so that I've got to open another tab so I can get to you guys. Another one. Let me get to my studio. Sorry for all the background noise. We've got a lot of, you guys may not be getting it, hopefully not. A lot of traffic, and the neighbors next door are doing odd things. Hey Sharon. Hey Mama Bear. Hello. It's good to see y'all. Hey P44 Chippo. Good to see you. All right, so we have tonight the case that we're going to be looking at of Lina Khil. And she went missing from her apartment complex in San Antonio, Texas on December 20th, 2021. And there's some discrepancy. Some people have said that she's 5, but I found that she was 3 when this occurred. She was 3 years old at the time, and Middle Eastern girl with her name Khil. Pretty sure it's Sadar Khil. Anyway, there's not been much on this case, and I tried not to overdo. I can see that I'm going to have to bother YouTube, though, because they're wanting to go ahead and try to stop limiting this live, why they haven't even heard anything on it yet, and they were trying to limit it. Oh, they make me mad. So I'm going to have to let them know that they're going to have to go over this video again. It's ridiculous. How could they do that? They don't even know what the content is. I gave them HELL the other day. I contacted YouTube and I told them about the stuff that was going on with subscriber numbers and all this broken comments. Anyway, so we're going to be focusing in on her case, and I'm going to bring up, let me just see if I can bring up so that you can see a little closer picture of her. Okay. Oops. All right. So it's San Antonio, Texas, Lina Khil. I need to copy that. All right. Wrong button. So let me get you. Well, in February 21st, 2022, this year, that was the last update on her case, and they increased the reward to $250,000 for information that leads to her safe return. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring in this from ABC 13. I'm sure this is probably Houston, Texas. Okay. I'm not going to put the video on because it's just, they're slamming me with ads. So she disappeared from a playground in December of 2021. Excuse me. And there was a, let's see, however, but there was a celebration of her 4th birthday. Let's see, back, that would have been back in February. And someone called in an $80,000 donation to the Islamic Center, increasing the reward. So around about her birthday. At the celebration of her birthday Sunday, her father said he spends his days and nights waiting for a phone call. And that they put the Amber Alert out, but apparently the little playground where she was playing was one that was very much near in her living, arrangement where she was at. So her mother said that she had just like turned her back for a moment and she was gone. So, we're all like, But I think the mother is, is not somebody that I would consider like suspicious. I don't think so. I didn't get that. I did pull cards on her. Let me just show you and share with you the screen. The screen for this little girl. She's so cute. So again, it says that, just reading this, Amber Alert, they're still diligently looking for any leads. So it was at the apartment complex playground in San Antonio, and there was a strange, I think there was a strange man that was seen lurking about. She was with her mother, and again, this was December 20th, 2021, and her mother left her alone for an unknown amount of time, and when she returned, of course, her daughter was not there, gone. She was 4 foot tall, weighs 55 pounds, straight shoulder length, brown hair, brown eyes. I think she's Afghanistan. I think that's their background, but I'm not sure. And she was last seen wearing a black jacket, red dress, and black shoes. Okay. So that's really all that they gave me on that. So there you go. Okay. Let me go ahead and stop sharing that. Okay. So there has been really nothing else. And I'm just going to take a look and see what happened that day. I'm going to start off making sure that the deck is in working order. As I'm trying to tidy up my mess here. And I'm just going to see what happened that day. And again, I appeal to the Most High. And I ask for my ancestors to assist me to read accurately and clearly as much as I can on the case of Lina. And let us know what happened to her and if she might be returning home again someday soon. And I ask as you're coming in, if you'd be so kind to hit the thumbs up, I would appreciate that. And share, if you can. Okay, so I'm going to dial into her. I want to look at her picture while I do that, because her face is so beautiful. Okay. Lina Khil. Khil. All right. And just so you guys know, I'm using another camera, and if it's shaking, it's not my fault. It's not onto the bed. I don't know why it would be, but just in case it is, don't yell at me. All right. Lina, I want to look at it from like a bird's eye point of view, from the perspective of the universe, just to see, you know, what happened to her. See what we get. All right. Ooh, it is dropping degrees in here, and it's foggy out there. Cold. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, first off, I'm getting the Queen of Swords. That's covering her. I feel like this could be someone that's investigating, trying to find her. Somebody in law enforcement. A woman. She's crossed by the Ace of Wands. This is action. Taking action. It's hard to take action because they don't know where to go. God, it's awful. So they don't really have, I just feel like they don't really have any significant leads at this time. And the basis of it is the 8 of Cups, of abandonment. Abandonment. It can also be neglect, though. You know, I got this kind of card when it came around, and not to be fair, I mean, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what kind of mother, you know, she has, and I don't want to, frankly, be all judgy and stuff, but I know it only takes a second, and when your kids are outside and they're that little, you cannot take your eyes off of them. But I kind of got these cards, this kind of a card for summer, and it just reminded me of kind of like not really watching, maybe not keeping as close of an eye. If it's touching into that sense of abandonment, neglect, that could be the mother, that Queen of Swords, but not thinking that it is. Now, there's a King of Swords as well now that's crowning her. I think this is people that are working in law enforcement to try to solve her case. I think they very much want to. And I feel like there's a man and a woman in particularly that are working this case. In the recent past, there was the 6 of Swords. So there was some sense of having one, you know, gotten what one wanted, gotten away with something. I feel like that's the sense of accomplishment by whoever took her. There's some sense of accomplishment in this deed, because I'm getting that 6 of Wands crossed by that Ace of Wands, going into the near future of the 3 of Cups. Celebration. I wonder if they're going to find her. That 6 and that 3, the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Cups, crossed by that Ace of Wands, it might mean that there's a chance they could, maybe with that 3 of Cups, they may get a really good lead coming in the near future with that 3 of Cups. I think there's some movement. They get some, like a hot tip. Let me just see now here. There's, yeah, King of Cups. This is who I believe has taken her. I think I got him before when I threw cards on her. Okay. Oh, yeah. And I do remember, I think there might be a ring, if you know what I mean, that watches playgrounds, things like that. And there was, I think there was, this person is somebody that's part of that kind of nonsense. In the environment is the Wheel of Fortune. And, you know, to me, this is them taking her. This is her. This is almost karmic. And there is change too coming in that environment. There's movement in the environment. So I feel like it's going to heat up. Maybe they're going to get a name. Maybe they're going to get this guy's name, a person of interest. He could be somebody that's like a local offender. That's just what kind of came to me. In the environment, not the environment, in the hopes and fears is this is all about that sense of futility, like you don't know what you can do. This is, I think, that on the part of family and law enforcement, in all likelihood. They don't want to have this just become no end, no lead, nothing to follow. And also just this person would get away with it. And I get the magician. So it makes me feel like law enforcement gets some kind of tip that's going to put them in a more tactical mode. And I feel like it's going to pay off in some respect. Maybe in the way that they will be putting out communications or word on the street, this kind of thing. But I feel like they get results. And it's coming. It's on the horizon, and it's going to open up more with regard to her case. Okay, let me pull a couple extra cards. Ooh, I'm getting thirsty. The Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like children are being moved around, shuffled around. This is some part of maybe like a local, like I said, a ring of people that look for children. I just feel like they're going to get more and more information, quite possibly into the future with her. That is the Page of Pentacles. Maybe that's her, and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like they're coming closer and closer to her, or they're getting closer and closer to maybe either finding her or getting something that's really significant here with these two cards. The Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, this new start. It feels like these kids are, oh gosh, I really hate this. Traded around, like they are. This is the Haunted House Tarot deck. I feel like they're moving them around, shuffling them around. And I do feel like it's part of a small ring. Somebody that watches. And I think that it could even be somebody that lives in that apartment community. I don't get any cards of death so far. And I didn't last time either. I do get the card of endurance and fortitude and strength. So I'm hopeful. Could this be that she gets returned home? Or they get some kind of... Then I get the Eight of Wands. So it picks up. And I think they may find her. I think they may end up finding her. And I'm shown a woman. Maybe a woman took her. Maybe a woman and a man. No, men. I think this one is, I think, her mother. Okay. It's going to be really hard on her mother, as you can only imagine. There's such a sense of loss, it feels like half of your soul is gone. I just got the feeling of it off of this woman. I think that's probably the mother. There's the delay card. So you know what? I kind of got this before with Cleo. Do you remember her in Australia? And I thought because she was so still and I got cards like this that she was maybe past. But I don't want to say that yet because I see cards of like fortitude, and that I think that maybe, she was either taken by somebody that I would say, I'm not getting the sexual element here, to be fair, just at this moment. But I am getting taken, and there is a delay. I certainly hope that nothing is happening to her. I hope that if anything, that her case would be more like Cleo's. Let's just see what we get with that. And then there's a child. So I think they may well end up being able to locate her and bring her back home. Yeah, I think she's going to be a bit traumatized, quite a lot. But new start, new life, begin again, rebirth, I feel like, for her. End of the 10 of Wands, this oppression. And I'm sure that if you were being held, poor baby, it would seem very oppressive. I want to go home. I want to be with my family. And I get a man. I get and I picked it up flipped. So I'm going to say a badly aspected, maybe older male. He might be older, well, at least old enough to be her father, because the Emperor is typical father, husband type. But definitely an older male that would be more established. Yeah, I think it's going to work out. I get Temperance. I think they're going to find her. I do. I think it's going to heat up. And so that's what I have on Lina. I'm so glad, guys. Just, I read so much sad stuff. It's nice to see that, and that it echoes what I was getting, before. So, wow. I got to get a drink, you guys. Isn't she beautiful? She is just, let's put her picture back up and send her some energy while I'm getting hydrated, my lovelies. And then we're going to dig in and look at some other stuff. And maybe I'll drag Heather up here if she's up to it, or whoever's in the chat that would like to jump up. Sherry, Heather, you want to jump up? I'll drop the link for you guys if you want to. Okay. And if you don't, it's fine too. I am so dang thirsty. And is Sharon still here? Well, anyways, whoever wants to jump in, you know the drill, you guys, by now, right? Anyhow. Yeah, I'm so I can't tell you how relieved I am to see that. So let's just continue to hope that whoever has her doesn't hurt her and just gets her back home. Just because I do think she is being traumatized, because I did get that 9 of Wands and I don't like that. But I think this is one strong little girl. There's the link. No worries. Enjoy the walk. I'd like to be sitting outside, even though it like hurts me and stuff, because I love that fresh air, especially when it's like in off the ocean. You can smell it. Okay. Got to make sure I got my bottle of water too. See, I thought I was being so neat, you guys. Getting this all set up now. I'm like, where in the hay did I put my bottle of water? Hold on. Oh no, that's the other one. That's for the cleaning. What? Hang on. Oh, there it is. That's what I get for cleaning up. I'm sure if I had put it in some messy spot, I would have found it immediately. I am so thirsty. So let's get the ladies on. We got Miss
Hello.
Heather. Miss Pretty Heather. I am so thirsty, you guys. I could chug this thing in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Just bleh.
I've been like that all day today.
I might have to not yell, but call to one of my daughters and say, hey, get me another bottle of water. So that's what I'm getting on her. And I hope that was good, Belle. I hope that you appreciate that.
Yeah, I think they're going to find her too.
You get that too? I was going to say. So
Ooh, my turn.
Yes.
Like I said, all day today. It's just been one hell of a day, and I think it's all catching up with me.
All right, you're starting to get a little sleepy.
It was crazy today.
Ooh. So what happened? Tell me.
Well, you know about my fender bender, and I thought that my insurance covered it. And I thought so too when I was talking to the guy. I went to go pick up the car day, and in the middle of moving and everything, you owe me $1,000.
What?
Because I have never had the situation before, and I couldn't quite understand apparently the concept of deductibles and things and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we're already low on our savings because of we get our keys though tomorrow.
Yay!
So we start moving in. So gonna have to probably pay another month's rent here and then another month, at the new place.
Oh my god.
So we can get everything all, moved in.
Yeah. But once you get over that hump and you're in,
yes. And then I get to put my tarot room little corner together.
You're gonna make your little diva den.
Yeah. Well, it's a 1 bedroom. It's not going to be. I like that diva den.
Yeah, I gotta say though,
I may have to use that. I've been looking.
but somebody already is. That's
no.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's I'm blanking. I hate it when I do that. Sophie and Kelly. Gosh.
Kelly doesn't
Night worker.
Or Kathleen.
See, I had the K. I was almost to the right name, but not quite.
I like that.
Yeah, they came up with that. I thought, dang it. All right. So that's a good one.
I saw a cool license plate today. It said Voodoo Vixen on it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Oh,
so it's been kind of crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy here.
Finances will do that to you.
Tell me about it. It's just been going. I've just feel like all I do is spend on how to get some new things. New thing for the fridge broke. One of those shelves inside. So it's like,
yeah.
I want a diva den, Vixen Doe says.
How about Voodoo Vixen?
I think Voodoo Vixen's awesome.
Little Voodoo Vixen.
So Sherry was saying, I just got through eating leftovers from lunch. One of our faculty took me and the other admin out today for Italian. Oh my God. Couldn't eat it all, had to bring home. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you're off to bed. Good night, P44. Night. Yep. Sleep well. I want a diva den too. Gotta get the house sorted out. I will get there eventually. So let's just see. There's all kinds of cases here. I'm going to go ahead and just take a look and see if I can find some unsolved cases.
Oh, do you still have the name of the young woman that I told you about last week after we were off air? Her boyfriend.
That girl.
Boyfriend.
What was her name?
Here, let me go get the phone from Shannon and I'll pull it up.
Thanks.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's a woman of color. I remember that, and I think she's a mother. We'll definitely cover that case, and I'll put the name in here when she comes back with it, because we had talked about this before. See what she finds. And there's, oh my God, there's all kinds of cases out there.
This young mother's been gone for a while. No one's heard from her.
Hi, y'all.
Sherry!
Hi, Maya.
Hi.
Sorry, I had to take the fur baby out to the bathroom because I gave him part of my pepperoni calzone. So,
and that pepperoni calzone probably
Was
got
good.
processed.
Okay,
we have a couple of faculty that are always taking us out to lunch.
That's nice.
For special occasions. The other secretary, her birthday is tomorrow, as well as being Good Friday. So, and then next week spring break, so everybody will be gone, but us. We have to go to work. So, okay, what are we doing and who are we doing?
I found her, Maya.
We're gonna
just
look
so
at a
you can
cake.
see her picture. This
Okay,
is what the bastard did. Oh, excuse my language. Sorry. This is what pictures of what he's done to her.
Trash.
Let's see. Her name is Chamante.
How do you
I'll
spell
just
it?
show it right here. It's a beautiful name. Chamante Lucas.
Donne. Let me see.
No, actually that's someone who posted it. So the girl's name is Cham Chamante Lucas.
CHAM
YANTE.
YANTE.
And her last name was Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
And this was since November 26th of 2021. And
was this Rochester? No, this is
her. Okay, it says here. She has been missing for 5 days now, and this is back in November. So what happened is that the cousin came out to Rochester to get her and the baby because she's got a baby with this guy. And they brought her all the way back to Lockport, New York. And then
hopefully they brought her to a hospital.
Yeah.
And then he apparently showed up at the door. And I believe she took off with him, and she has not been seen since. He is 31 and her cousin is 19.
I am trying to find.
Is this the same guy that's tied into the little girl that went missing?
No, this is somebody from my neck of the woods, Sherry.
Oh, okay.
I'm part of a Facebook group called Speak Up and Live, and it's women who have, traumatic backgrounds with, sexual violence and things and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I can't get a picture.
Where are you at, Heather?
I'm in Niagara Falls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're way up there.
Yeah.
We have the same problem down here in the swamp. Don't feel bad.
And the same in my little town as well. Yeah, because we're not far out from San Francisco, so we get
mind-boggling that we're in the 21st century and we're still dealing with domestic abuse violence to this level.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
So,
where'd you go?
I still couldn't get her name right.
So 6 weeks ago, I asked if there's been anything updated.
Listen, I'll be good.
Yeah. So no, nobody knows where she is or the baby.
So let me Yante. Hard to find anything.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not it's being. But this was shared in a special survivors and advocates group. They post people in the area or across country, and they'll put alerts out, for anybody in certain areas. Keep your eyes out,
Yeah, because there's
we just had
there's nothing.
3 shootings in the last few days down
shootings?
Here.
Yeah,
one guy was found dead in his car at a fast food place.
Same here, honey. McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like a block from where
I don't know if it was McDonald's or not. They didn't say the name of the restaurant, but they just said fast food place.
They just started shooting.
People are losing their minds.
Yeah, we had just a little girl 7, 8 years old, was shot, and fortunately she didn't die,
Oh my God.
but she was shot. She was in bed asleep, and the bullet went through the wall
Oh my God.
and hit her. And
Jeez.
she was staying with her grandmother while her mom was
There's
at
nowhere
work.
safe.
Yeah, I mean, like, where else are you supposed to go? It's just stupid that they can roam around and shoot these guns off like that, and you know.
Yeah, in response, the lawmakers here are pushing to dissolve the necessity of having a permit to carry a unmarked weapon.
Oh Jesus! What the
You know,
hell's
I
the
don't
matter with these
understand.
people?
I don't understand how they look at what is being done, and their response is, let's put more guns in everybody's hand.
Yeah.
Let's make it easier for people to shoot each
Kill
other.
'em
Oh yeah,
all.
they're pro gun up here, big time.
Yeah.
I'm in red territory up here.
Yeah, where do you think me? I'm in the South now. I'm surrounded by red.
I'm afraid that's true. Very true.
Like
Very
drowning in red, you know.
Oh,
And the thing of it is most of the people down here are really good-hearted people. Give you the shirt off their backs, help you out, you know, if you need help. But they've got this mental block when it comes to conservative or liberal, you know, whatever. And there's some of them that are getting ready to have a come to Jesus moment, because we are just beginning to have the area being opened up to Hollywood. We're starting to get more and more big movies coming down here to film in our area. Morgan Freeman's here right now.
cool.
They just put him on Facebook yesterday, day before yesterday.
He's got a
in,
great
one of the
voice.
local Thai restaurants he had gone to eat.
Mm.
And then today they had a thing in the newspaper about the plane that was in a field out in Broussard, which is like a little town next to my city, that it was a prop, part of the movie, for people not to freak out, because it was about a year and a half ago that a little single, one of those, you know, little planes, little propeller planes, with one of the local reporters and a couple other people, and it crashed. It killed everybody. It actually crashed into the side of the post office.
Lord have
Out
mercy.
there in that same area.
What kind of plane was it? Like
one
just
of
a
the
little.
people that were killed were in their car on the road driving.
I would hate that.
And so today they had, I guess they were filming, and they had the plane down in the field, and people saw the plane, and it was like PTSD flashback. You know, they were tripping out and calling the police.
People be tripping today. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
that's kind of mean. You know, it's like we all have had enough. We don't need anything like that triggering.
Well, it was like all the local stations or radio stations, everything were making announcements. It's a prop for the movie with Morgan Freeman. Don't freak out. It's not a real plane down. Because people were tripping out because they saw another plane in the field. You know.
So there was
got a fairly decent sized airport here that. Man, I got cars flipping out everywhere.
So there were some more pictures that were provided about what this bastard did to this poor girl. Her marks around her neck and everything.
Oh my gosh, let me see that.
Here. And there's also a picture of him included too. So
Good.
people.
So they have not been able to find Shamyante.
She's still missing.
And they're thinking that they might have gone south too. And I'm surprised. And here's a picture of the bastard, and he's wearing a crucifix. It's so.
I hope Jesus really
most of them do.
pulls you aside, brother.
Yeah,
really.
So there we go.
Most of them do. They wear, they wear all their
Jesus
religious
garb,
jewelry, like that's
going to protect them from being a dirt bag.
Yeah.
Oopsies. All right, let's. I can feel her energy now.
Okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay,
I hear you fine.
My son had stole my microphone earlier. It's actually his microphone, but
you're clear as a bell.
Okay,
and so
good.
is Heather.
I made him come plug it back into my computer when I got home from work. Said, you never know. Somebody
right.
might say, hey, you want to jump on?
Because I will.
Yeah.
I fly by the seat of my pants. All these other readers are so, organized. And I'm just like,
Hey,
Oh,
I've not
that's not
done
how I
good.
roll. I just cannot do that.
the only live streams I've done has been somebody else's. I've not done one myself because I have no clue
Really?
how to do it. And so, it's like I've got to. I just haven't had
gotta
time to sit down and learn it.
Once
It's
you
really
do it, and you get that
fast.
first one over with.
Yeah,
boom,
I figure once I get it. Well, and the big holdup for me is I was waiting for my walls to get here so I could hang them.
Yeah.
And my curtains back here, and
Fix it up the way you
kind of get
like.
my so I don't have to worry about my brother walking through in his undies like he did one night
Sounds like my
when I was
family.
on a live stream, and he goes walking by behind me into the kitchen, and everybody starts laughing on the panel, and I'm like, I was looking at the cards and
Yeah,
like,
you're like,
what are you
what?
laughing at? And they're like, some guy just walked by in his underwear, and I turned around, it was my brother. I said, hey, you're live on air.
Everybody can see your
And he's like,
underwear.
okay.
That's hysterical.
Next day he started putting the beams up to hang the walls.
Well, that lit a fire
That
under
was a
his
little
bottom.
catalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we've been talking about it because we were trying to figure out how to give me a little more privacy because I live in the living room. So
So do I. That's where I'm at right now.
yeah, so it's like half the living room is my bedroom. And so
Ditto.
we put beams up on the ceiling. And then I bought special curtain rods that are designed to hang curtains from the ceiling. So they're shaped differently. And so I bought those, and they were really lightweight. They're like a polished, or not a polished, but like a brushed steel look.
Oh.
And kind of a pewter. And I found some
I gotta take these curtains down, wash them.
Yeah, my window curtains on my windows need washing. But I found some of the blackout curtains you can get that are heavier and thicker. And
Those
I
are good.
hung
We have
those
a
up.
set.
So gives me a little bit of privacy, kind of cuts the noise.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. Yeah.
I hear you. That's why I changed the timing on mine, because it has worked better for me. It's
I'll never
family.
forget the night one of your kids screamed. I think we
Oh
all
my God.
jumped out of our skin.
She does that all the time. It just stop it.
And I don't remember what we were talking about, but it was something kind of.
It was a true crime case.
Yeah, it was another true crime.
And it was
probably a few weeks
timing.
back.
It was the timing of the screen.
Because we were all quiet for a moment, right? We were all thinking,
we were all contemplating,
and then we were all
what to do next, and this scream, and all of us. I thought Maya was going to fall out of the bed.
I wanted to
jump so hard,
jump
I
up
nearly
and
fell out of my chair.
Grab her by the.
Oh.
So let's just take a look.
Yeah,
Thank you, Peter of Tarsus.
Okay, what are we looking at? What's the question?
Well, this is for Shemyante.
For the lady that Heather's showing us.
Yes. And where she is, and if she's going to resurface. She, welfare check, so to speak. Is she okay?
Yeah, they took a whole bunch of pictures. The inside of her ear is all dried blood. The side of her face is all swollen.
What a coward.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Takes a real manly man to beat up some little girl.
Yep. Some little lady. Some woman that's.
Yeah, I know.
I don't get that.
Oh, unbelievable.
What?
Unbelievable that I just brought this up. Just 4 hours ago.
What?
She was found okay.
Oh, well, thank God.
Right on.
Because they think he was trying to traffic her.
I bet. Yeah, you know what? I get a King of Pentacles.
I got the Ten of Pentacles. I got the High Priestess for mystery and intuition, and then I got the Ten of Pentacles, and which I'm trying to look up.
And I've got the hangman and the dude.
Oops.
The dude that likes money.
And then I
He's
got
all
the
ruined.
4 of Cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
got
that's
the Knight
good
of
news.
Swords. You know, he moved right in. He grabbed her.
Very
I got
quick.
the
Yeah.
these cards are dark. The Ten of Swords.
Yeah. See, I got the I'll get this right eventually. I got the High Priestess,
Mm-hmm.
followed by the 10 of Pentacles, followed by the 4 of Cups.
Mm. See, we got 2 10. It's interesting. My 10 was the Swords Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the Princess of Cups, which to me, and that cup is like her and her baby.
Mm-hmm.
Just emotionally, she's young, emotionally young.
I got a
yeah.
Queen of Cups in the 4 of Swords, so she needs healing and long.
Mhm. Yeah, because then
time.
I got the Hermit. So I'm thinking that somebody were out there searching for her, or he had her hidden. And this is what made me worry was the 4 of Swords.
Yeah, that's what I had
Yeah.
just now.
And so I thought, but I guess that was a time period rest from strife. So, well, according to this, if this is accurate and this is factual, um, she was found, and it's just going to take some time for this poor young woman to get her. I just hope, you know,
Well, yeah,
they
you
nail
don't
his ass to the
exactly get
wall.
over that really quick. When I was in high school, one of the we lived in Texas at the time, and one of the local policemen, his wife was abducted, like carjacked,
Oh my God.
and the guy was going to rape her, and she had like a big mosquito bite on her leg, and she kept rubbing it because it was red, and you know how mosquito bites sometimes can make like a big bump come up.
Yeah.
And he asked her what was wrong with her leg, and she said, "Well, I had to have a shot for AIDS." And so he kicked her out of the car and just stole the car then and left her on the side of the road.
Wow.
You know, I mean, it was her quick thinking that got her out of it, but it mobilized a lot of people in the community we need to do something to let people know, let women know what to do if they're attacked, if they're grabbed, if they're carjacked, you know. And my mom was real involved with it, helped got the rape crisis center started in that town.
Oh wow.
I stuffed a lot of whistles in pamphlets that summer.
Can we see if
we
this
all,
guy gets...
I've
she
got
did
an
all of my friends, my girlfriends and I, we all went through the training thing of how to protect ourselves if somebody grabbed at us or, you know, something like that. So
I've got another case for us.
Can we find out really quick if this guy's going to be prosecuted?
Sure.
I would like to know.
I think he will be. But let's take a look.
Because sometimes these people don't always get prosecuted.
Well, a lot of times you find out that they get a smack on the wrist and out to do it again.
Especially here in New York, after Cuomo passed that bill that every person who is arrested, deserves bail. And so we get people who get picked up for, and if they can afford their bail, boom, they're out in just a few hours to do something else. So
unbelievable. So let's see.
I can see his face now. I hope he gets his ass. Sorry. Well, I gotta watch all the swearing. I'm sorry. When it gets to this, I get very personal.
I know. I do too.
Well, you know, as women, we do, because
it's personal.
It's very personal, you know. And for those of us who are survivors of sexual molestation and that kind of thing, it's even more so, you know, because that causes PTSD in us. You know, it triggers real easy.
And you just don't want these people out there to ruin more lives. You know, they don't need to do that.
See, I don't see it. I got the Valor card, which is weird how they call this Valor, but the guy's defending himself.
He's very defensive with the 7 of Wands.
And then I got the 10 of Pentacles, and it says wealth. So maybe they have a wealth of information maybe on him. But then I get the Ace of Wands. And that's something like, so that doesn't make me feel good, that Ace of Wands.
I'm getting a delay with the Hangman. There's a different perspective on something. Yeah.
Last card, Judgment.
Oh, there he goes. Now, oh, I'm getting the Devil. Woo-hoo.
So maybe that Ace of Wands.
I think he had some help.
There might be more information or something new else coming about him to light that can maybe connect him.
I agree. I think there
with
is.
the others.
Because I think that he had help doing this. There may have been someone that may have given him some kind of assistance to do whatever he did with her, or to take her wherever, or,
Well,
in some compassion. Yeah. So it kind of looks like they get spotlighted,
Mm-hmm.
and the roaches come out when you switch on the light.
Yeah.
I do get Temperance.
Corners.
I do get Temperance and the Four of Wands. So I think this guy might end up going.
Yeah.
To court for this.
Okay, well, I got the Wheel of Fortune to start with.
That's
and then I got the Queen of Swords.
Ooh.
And then I got this card that I don't know what it is. There's nothing on it to say what it is. There's no number, no writing, no nothing. And it's like that's what I was just looking through the little pamphlet thing, and it's like I don't know. I think it's Temperance, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. I went like this to look, and everyone's like saw my teeth.
Yeah,
it's gonna see my nose hairs in a minute.
Yeah,
it's the Smith-Waite tarot deck. So, which is like one of the versions of the Rider-Waite.
It looks like an older.
It's like an older woman with
the grandkids, and then mama,
mama off to the side with
and
more
the
kids.
Are all happy with grandma and cozy, like a happy scene.
Yeah, I mean, so
so like what? Yeah, right. So how do you?
It's like what is?
Well, why don't you throw a clarifier on it?
Yeah, pull a clarifier on it. Damn, sorry.
See, this part is still learning this stuff. You forget to do the little things like that. It's like I don't know what that is.
It happens. It's just, part of the thing. It just happens to me too. Sometimes it's funny. It's like you can read a card every, time you see it. And the next time you see it, you're like blanking. Yeah, that's fighting.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Attack, violence.
Conflict.
He's a violent.
So, that might have been all the women in the cards and the young kids that he might have.
I saw
had.
children as well.
Except with the exception of the little boy at her feet, it's all women in this picture.
And I got a lot of women cards here, like Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords in his reading.
And then I pulled the 10 of Wands.
He's heavy.
Yeah, there's going to be just so many charges. He's going to be overburdened with charges.
Probably if he kidnapped
and I'll keep you all updated too as I find out what's going on.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if they're able to prove that he actually kidnapped her against her will, and then
he came for her and she went with him.
But that doesn't mean that
got
she
her
meant
from
to
Rochester, brought her back home to get her away from him, and she took all those pictures of what he did to her, and then I guess he showed up at the door, and whatever transpired, she went with him, and
he could have threatened her to go with him, or I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Or
typical.
Whatever the case may be, they're usually fairly good at manipulating.
Oh yeah.
People to do something that they normally you would think they would know not to do,
Well, my sister lived with an abusive husband for way too many years, and she was terrified. He even put a gun to her head and pulled the trigger. Apparently, we found out years later.
Yeah, I had a friend for years that we thought that it was a bad situation, but she hid it, and she hid it really well because of fear for the children. And it wasn't until he finally beat up on one of the kids that did it. And she was like, no,
Yeah.
Got to do something to stop this. And
Okay, well, I've got the next case here.
Okay.
And this is a woman of color. This is out of Cincinnati. She's a 21-year-old.
look at that beautiful smile.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Tondalea?
Yeah, Jones. Tondalea Jones, I'm going to say, was hired for a babysitting job April 5th, 2022. And she never showed up and has not been heard from since. She has developmental disabilities and may be in the area of 3089 McHenry Avenue. And there's a number there to call the Cincinnati Police Department if you have information regarding her disappearance. She just never showed up. She was supposed to be babysitting. Her date of birth is the February the 8th,
That's Aquarius.
2001. She'd be 21 years old. She's 5'4", 160 pounds, eyes brown, hair black, afro, and yeah. She's missing from the 5400 block of Winton View Place, Cincinnati, Ohio. All right. So, oh wait, let me get back there. Get back to her picture because I like to be able to see her face.
Boy, that card just flew right out.
So, this is Tondalea Jones. Tondalea Jones. Where is Tondalea?
Well, I got the Hermit that just popped. I mean, that just flew right out of my deck. They're looking for her.
Vixen Doe says, was she driving a car? Is there water nearby? I don't think so. She had developmental disabilities. I don't think that she was driving from the sounds of it. Let me just get the rest of what it...
Did they say how far away the babysitting job was? I mean, was she walking there?
Well, some people can.
Could she have accepted a ride,
Oh.
Run into somebody and says, oh, yeah, you're going down the street. I'll give you a lift.
Yeah. Could have been somebody, too, that she knew. Was that her in the picture?
Yeah, that's her in the picture.
Down that you had scrolled down. Was that another one, or was that her?
Yeah, that's another case we can look at after this.
Okay.
If we want to. So there's just showing that 3 days ago, looking for her. She never showed up to babysit. It just says she has developmental. This says the exact same thing that I just read you and nothing more.
Well, she did get picked up. I got the Chariot.
Okay. She's also got, and because her name is so unusual, she has a job listed in LinkedIn as a cashier. But obviously she wasn't doing that at the time. Let's see if I can find her. She does have a Facebook.
5 of Pentacles.
But it doesn't look like it's been updated.
Okay. I got the Knight of Cups.
The Knight or the 9?
The Knight of Cups.
Okay.
Which in some cases can be foreteller of seduction. Someone talking her into it. Followed by the Page of Wands, which is simplicity. Maybe that's pointing to her mindset, more simple-minded. If she had a developmental disability, not that she would be stupid, but
no, she could drive.
You just don't think on the same level as everybody else.
Because they didn't mention
the 6 of Cups.
They didn't mention anything about a car, so I don't think that she was driving. I think if she'd been driving, they'd say, their car is missing. She's not, so I just get a feeling like she was not somebody that had a vehicle of her own yet, maybe.
Well, I got
Yeah, it's all
financial
about the Six of
difficulties.
Cups. And then
She was
I drew one of my little oracle cards. It just says stop.
Stop. Oh
With a
boy.
hand up. And then
I don't
another
like that.
oracle card. I drew a moonology card. It says full moon in Gemini, and it just says the answers you need are coming.
Oh, good.
So, you know, that's telling us we're going to find out what happened.
I'm going to use
The
this
answers are coming to us.
Kipper.
But the last card I pulled was the Eight of Swords. She's trapped. She's bound.
Yep. Yeah, and then I pulled this little, just a simple stop. You know, I pulled
Again,
that. Like,
no
wow.
movement, stopping, limited movement.
Look at the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to pull out one of my...
The what? The what of Pentacles?
I got the Ace. I'm going to pull out...
She got an Ace.
I'm going to pull out a different Oracle deck too.
Using the Kippers.
The Ace of Pentacles.
Well, according to my cheat sheet, it says Revelation with the Ace of
also money too. You know, the financial.
Yeah, I mean, there's several.
Here,
I'm still looking at my cheat sheets because I'm still learning what all the cards mean.
Sherry, you know what's a great deck to get, and I use it to practice. It's called the Apprentice Tarot deck. And what it does is at the bottom, I'm going to pull the cards out. And what they do is...
Nice little keywords, right?
They show you all
comes
the
with keywords.
So if it comes up upright, they tell you the main words right there. And if it comes if you read reverse, it tells you the reversal.
Yeah, when I bought this deck, the Smith Waite, I thought I was getting a deck that had keywords on it, and it wasn't.
Doggone
I read the description, and because I went back and looked, thinking, well, did I order the wrong deck? And I was looking at
that's what that'd be me.
You know, so but yeah, I've got other decks I could probably pull and use, but I'd have to go dig them out. I don't feel like doing that right now.
I've got a gazillion here.
Dean from Hermit's Cave, he actually has something called Combined Tarot, and they combine a couple of like for each suit, they'll have like 1 and 2 together on one card to kind of like to read. I mean, it's really interesting. At some point, I think I want to look at that. They combine cards.
I just got a brand new Oracle deck that just came in that I'm still kind of exploring. I think I'm going to do a little video on it this weekend. I'm loving it. It's called Dragon Wisdom.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's like with each card, it's a different dragon. And it's not just an explanation of what that dragon stands for, but then it gives you an action to do. Or a meditation to do. Or, you know, that kind of thing. I was like, I wasn't expecting that with this. So it's kind of exciting. I've been kind of playing around with them for a couple of days since I got them. And
okay, let me see what I get for Tom DeLea Jones with this deck. It's crime scene. Let's see. Love-related crime. I don't know about that. Killer may have an item belonging to the victim. This is presuming. I don't know about this deck. Money may be involved. Multiple people. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to go back to this deck. Yeah, I'm getting the same that you did, Heather. 5 of Pentacles covering her. This could be her feeling like kind of an outsider, not fitting in. I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune crossing her. I don't really like that.
No,
and I just reshuffled my deck completely. I mean, that's what I've been doing for the last few minutes, and just redrew again to see what would happen if I did it a second time. And I got the Magician. Here's that Knight of Cups again. He came back.
Oh yeah,
I got the Page of Wands,
and I have got the
back. That's what I drew the first time. I sat here and shuffled for what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And 2 of the cards are the same I'd already pulled.
I've got.
Oh,
I think somebody planned this. There's the 2 of Pentacles at the basis, and then there's this action that they took, and they went fairly quickly. I do get like a Knight of Wands and a 7 of Pentacles.
there's.
I wonder if they watched her or something. This person was,
Could be.
just
Well, and if
regardless,
she was developmentally challenged, then
they may have spoke with her. And
it's in a lot of respects a lot easier to talk that person into come with me. Let's go, come see what I got, kind of thing.
yeah,
And because they don't pick up on the danger,
depending on what her developmental disability is.
Right. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right. I wish they would.
Well, I got the conclusion card from my oracle deck.
I'm getting them.
I got fragmented, like different pieces. Oh, I hate that.
I see 2
I did
men.
get a summoning though.
I'm getting 2
and
men.
then I got hope. And then again, the second time I shuffled this deck because I couldn't quite get this card, it came up again, differences. So I don't know if this represents, him knowing what, her thinking that he was one thing and but yet he was really offering another, differences, kind of black and white. She couldn't tell the difference.
May have
I don't like
confused
that
her.
conclusion, and I don't like that fragment. That makes me nervous.
I have 2 men, and I'm shown 2 again. And when I get the 2 men and I see the 2, I know that I'm seeing that I feel like this is important aspect. I think that 2 men are involved in this. And I do get the same cards that you were getting, Heather. The 8 of Swords, where she's confined, restricted. These men have her in their, they have plans for her. And I think she's not very happy about the circumstances, you can well as imagine.
Well, yeah.
It's pleasure involved. And the 10, I don't like that. The 10 of Swords. So
that's not good.
No, that makes me feel like
Did
they
you
want
pull that the first time around, Heather? The 10 of Swords?
I had the 8 of Swords. I got the Hermit. So that was the first card that flew out, was the Hermit. So they were looking for somebody.
Yeah.
And I got the Chariot. So I'm getting that she was picked up via and moved.
Right.
Because then I got the 5 of Pentacles, which means, of course, like material trouble, financial trouble, but
and I have it too.
Showing 2 people walking. So
2
that
and well.
Her. But then before I got that Ace of Pentacles, I did get the 8 of Swords.
Yeah, and I've got that too.
And then I don't like that conclusion card that I got, and then the fragments, and that just doesn't make me feel very good.
I get another 10 of Wands, and I get the Hanged Man right after the 10 of Swords. So I feel like we're dealing with confinement and maltreatment, because I don't want to use the T word because YouTube will probably spaz,
Yeah. Well, and from the very first ones that I drew, the first card I drew was simplicity. So, that very well could have been describing her.
I think so, because I also get a card that her trust was betrayed with the 3 of Swords.
Yeah.
And if she was, more simple, type of person, it would be easier to do that. And
I'm just wondering if she knew them.
I feel like she did. I feel like it was somebody she knew that came by and said, "Hey, what you doing?" And she's going to say, "I'm heading to so-and-so's house to go babysit." And, "Oh, we'll hop in the car. I'll give you a ride."
Yeah. But they were focused on her. There's the tent. There's that card. Then I got the High Priestess of Spirit. I
Yeah,
hope that doesn't mean she's in spirit or they liked her spirit because of her being
innocence.
that innocence. Thank you. And then I got complicated. And then the last card I did not like was the lust card. So they're using her for
pleasure.
unsavory.
Pleasure. Yeah. I got that too.
Well, I just pulled another deck. I went to my everyday tarot.
And I think there's 2 men. I'm getting it again. And I think they've done this before. Because there's the hidden element of the high priestess is in there. You know, there's some details. There's some bits that need to come out about their behavior.
I'm gonna grab my pendulum. I have several.
I gotta find mine. I tucked them all away because I just couldn't seem to use them.
Oh well,
and I'm not gonna buy another
pendulum.
one.
Look at this.
Did it just pop?
Pendulum for over 12 years. It was a gift.
Broke.
I pulled it out to use it. I haven't touched it in months. And it just
broke apart on you?
It just came apart in her hand.
Wow. Now see, I grabbed another deck. And I got strength. And then I got the Ace of Cups. And then I got the 8 of Cups.
Shoot. What can I use as a pendulum? You can use anything as a pendulum.
It's true. I'm going to have to find mine. I think I know where one of them is. Probably stashed them in drawers all around the house. Yeah, I do not like the feeling, and I don't feel like there's a great outcome with this. It just feels too heavy, too many 10s, too many yucky cards.
Too many male cards keep popping up with us.
Yeah.
You know, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups. It's like
the activity is not nice.
No. It doesn't feel. It feels very secretive.
Yeah. And she's a beautiful, beautiful lady too. She's a beautiful young lady.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That smile just.
Yeah.
That smile just knocked me out when you first put her picture up.
Yeah, that's why her face just comes out at you. Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, so I'm going to ask if she knew who the individual was.
Did she know?
Yeah, let's look at that.
Know her
Did she know them? Yes.
Who caused her disappearance? Did she know them?
Did she know them?
I'm getting a big yes.
Oh boy, so am I.
I just split my deck, and I got the Ace of Swords and the Chariot. So I feel like that is yes. She definitely did and went with them, and that's why she probably got into the vehicle. Maybe they said, "Hey, we'll give you a lift to your babysitting job."
Yeah,
but, get
That's
in.
the first thing I thought whenever you read it out. The first thing I thought was,
yeah, Jake. I think she's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's appropriate to say it because you said it in an appropriate way, Jake. I don't know that she is yet, but I don't think the outcome at the end of the day, from what I'm getting.
Jones, be found.
I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't think these two
I just
men.
asked if she would be found alive, and I got the no.
Yeah, will she be found alive? Wow, this damn thing was swinging yes, and then when I asked the question, it literally stopped mid-swing and started going the other way.
I'm going to ask if they will find her body shortly.
I've never had that happen
Yes.
to the pendulum before. That's wild. I mean, it was going one way, and then when I asked the question, it like mid-swing stopped and started going the other way. It was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm getting the Four of Swords.
The end of April. I just asked if she would be found before the end of April, and I got a yes. So we'll see. Or information maybe be coming in.
Maybe because
I hope I'm wrong, because there are times with my pendulum,
right.
Well,
sometimes.
you always hope you're wrong when it's something along these lines. You don't want to be right
But
on
for
that.
mine just to break, I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, you
even
just picked.
really-
I saw it happen.
Yeah,
I
we were
saw it
watching.
happen.
We
I
saw
was
you pick it up and it just came apart.
in your hand.
And I've had this. This was a gift to me from a friend from like 2004.
Did the chain break or did it
2005?
just break off of the?
At like the
Nope,
link.
the crystal just went right off of it. Basically, almost like flew off.
It might be
I mean, y'all
fixable.
saw that.
Oh,
Hold it up where it broke at.
motion was
See,
slow.
that's the weird thing. It shouldn't have.
Oh, so look, it's not.
Okay, it's not. That's not broke. What does
But
the
then
chain
how
look
did
like?
it come off?
Did it? Is that part where it's looped at the top on the crystal?
Yeah, but
Did
still.
this? Did the only thing I can think is, did the chain come between any kind of a groove that was, and then come up?
That could be. Yeah,
That
'cause
could
it's hard
be
to
it.
tell
I
on
mean,
the
I can
camera.
use this again, but geez,
That was still
just
strange.
bizarre.
I've never. Yeah, that was so very weird. Yeah, and I think she will be found, but I don't like the way that I'm seeing this with the four. It looks the Four of Swords. It looks like somebody that's been through a very traumatic ordeal. That is.
I asked if it was a family member, and it said no.
I have death and I have the world. So unfortunately, I think she will be found, but
Yeah.
she may have already gone. Just like to try to use my words very carefully.
Mm-hmm. For entertainment purposes only.
Yeah,
exactly. This is
just reading the
There's some
energy.
crazy ladies looking at cards.
Yep. Symbols.
We know nothing.
I'm the first to admit I know nothing. That's why it's like I know how dumb I am. So if I get something smart here.
Sherry, scold her, tell her no. Don't talk about yourself like that.
I'm trying to clean that up. I really am. It's not cool to talk down on yourself. I'm trying not to. But you know what I mean. I know I've got a limited education. Let's put it this way. And though I am very self-taught, there are certain things like that with the cards, it's like, there's no way I knew that.
Have degrees up the ass and they still don't know any more than
I know a lot
they still can't find their ass with
well-educated
both
people
hands.
that are dumb as dirt. So
yeah. I like the saying that they're so dumb they can't find their butt with both hands. I eat books. Do you, Jake? I love to eat books too, but after I had my babies, all my concentration went out the window and I'm still trying to get it back. I read the same damn paragraph 20 times, y'all.
Yeah, I have to too now because of my medication.
Yeah.
It makes it harder to...
So I'm trying to stretch my reading.
Who got the King of Cups before?
It was you. It was you. Yes, Sherry.
Well, Sherry, you got the Knight of Cups, right?
Oh, it was the Knight.
It was the Knight.
I got the King of Cups though. So yeah, this is. I asked if is her murder is going to be,
yes, caught.
And I got the King of Cups. So it is somebody who had an interest in her.
Because she was gorgeous.
And an appeal to, knew exactly what to say. Mr. Schmooze knew how to,
sweet talk.
Yep. And then what's in this card too is the snake. So he's got a snake wrapped around his arm too.
Okay.
So
somebody's a liar.
And it looks like he's on wheels too. Like
it does. Mobile.
Yep.
I kept flashing that there's especially two men that are responsible for this. And I do feel like they will be caught. I do.
Death card.
Yeah, unfortunately.
and
Hey, Mama
swiftness.
Bear.
But hopefully they
Dora.
will. Justice will come swiftly.
I got the 8 of Wands too. I did. I did put my cards back in, but I did get that.
Yeah, I think we were all pulling wands and cups.
Yeah.
We
Isn't
didn't
that
have
interesting
anything
with
else.
each case how different clusters of cards will come up? You know, that just oh, it's so crazy.
From 3 different people in 3 different parts of the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, and like we can't do. I mean, like I couldn't if I wanted to sit there and go, okay, I'm going to put my cards in the exact. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to.
Yeah, I do good just to shuffle,
Same.
especially at the end of a long day.
Oh, for real. Like I've caught myself where it's like I was trying to read on something, you know, my off cam with my notebook, and I'm just sitting there and I'd shuffle for like 5 minutes. I'm like, Maya, Earth to Maya, you can do your reading, or what are we doing here now?
Oh, I do that sometimes.
But it feels good too. Sometimes it's just kind of
You zone out.
yeah.
Yep.
It's very comfortable.
I'll do that. I'll go sit out on the patio, grab my cigarettes, and go sit out there and just. Just
I did enjoy my
check
cigarettes
out.
when I smoked.
Yeah.
I did. Now I have to enjoy my little vape. That's
Yep.
okay.
So
Oh,
I just
good.
went ahead, pulled my Kipper really quick, and the first card I got out was imprisonment.
Look at that. Look at that.
So I'm hoping that's because I asked about him too if they are going to be found. So it feels like an
I feel like
overall for both her and for the outcome for this guy.
yeah.
Message of concern.
And again,
Yeah,
this is
false person. I cannot make this up.
you cannot. You cannot.
And there's Mr. Romantic behind there.
Oh yes.
I just pull the full.
And there's the gamble. There's the risk of
I
taking
have that
her
deck. I love that deck.
and her being so innocent and vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, I want to come back as like a fury or something and just go off on people that hurt others that are vulnerable, especially women and children. It's like, can you just, you know, God, just stick me in, make me into like a fire breathing dragon. That's fine. I will fly through the streets
Wouldn't that be
and
cool?
burn some butts.
I was thinking of another word to use, but
Yeah, well.
we'll burn some shit down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna grill me some buns.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about the other thing, the other object that should, you know, really need to be.
The thing that
people
cannot
think
be
Heather
named.
is so sweet and everything. Oh, if she knew some of the things that went in her mind that she would, you know, it's kind of like, ooh, Heather, come back from the dark side.
Yeah.
You know?
Heather, I'm going to reel you in. You're not going to go into the wrath goddess yet.
Mm-hmm. And I got to use these cards some more. There was an expectation from her.
I love that
this
deck.
person.
What deck is that? I see Denise use that.
It's the
That is the
Lenormand,
Kipper.
right?
Here,
Or
I'll
the
show you.
Kipper?
The
I've got a
Kipper.
small
Fin de Chien.
Kipper.
It's the Fin de Chien Kipper by Ciro Marchetti.
I just got
Yeah, I've
the
seen-
mystical Kipper.
Yeah, I've seen Denise
cool.
use the one that Heather's got.
And
on
He led
some
her
of
down a certain path.
I have that one in my other bedroom.
He says, oh, come with me. I'm all this and all that. And then I got unexpected income. So money was exchanged.
I caught that kind of a card too, but I was like not sure how to interpret
Money
that
was
with the other ones.
exchanged
That's just
between
gross.
individuals. You know, if YouTube doesn't like, you know, if I want to read this and I want to use that word, you know,
Yeah,
I'm going to use it. You know,
I do that.
I'm not making any money off of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's my
I know, I
live
wish I
stream.
could. Trust
Wish
me,
you could
everyone
too.
happened today. I could use the extra bucks, but you know,
Yeah, I had a couple
It's
of
extra
students-
grocery money for me. About $270 I get, I suppose.
Cool.
Yeah.
I had a group of students came in my office yesterday wanting to ask me if they could interview me for a project that they were working on. I said, yeah, sure, not a problem. And then one of them whips out her phone Well, one of my faculty was in the office with me at the time, and she says, "Are you okay with being filmed?" I said, "I'm a YouTuber. I'm used to being on camera. It doesn't bother me."
Mhm.
And the faculty, my professor, his head popped up. He said, "You're a YouTuber?" And I
Oh,
said, "Yeah." And then
shit.
they were like, "What do you
Uh-oh.
do?" And I said, "Well, I read tarot cards and oracle cards." And then immediately he was like, "What's your channel? Write your channel name."
That's what people do to me too. And it's like I'm kind of always
The
like,
first thing
I
my
don't know.
professor said after that was, "Well, you can monetize it."
That's right.
I said that would be the first thing you think of is make money off of it. I said, yeah, eventually, but
A
right
little
now I'm not
helps.
worried about that.
Yeah. The main
But
thing
I'm
is
not doing it for money. I'm doing it because it's
you
fun.
get so much. They don't pay you enough money. You put so much time into this. If you expect
Yeah.
to be, no, not likely.
Yeah.
So this little Kipper deck is so small, but it's so cute. Mystical Kipper,
I'm gonna have to
36.
get that Kipper.
That one's really nice. I want to go. I'm glad that you brought it up because I want to go get that from the bedroom.
It's a magnetic one,
Yeah, it's a really nice little
and
box.
it's sturdy. I like those.
I know it's by my
one of my
bedside.
oracle decks comes in a box like that where it's magnetic and it shuts.
It's so handy. It really
Yeah.
keeps them
It's
My
a game
eternal
changer.
seekers.
for sure.
All righty.
Let's see.
Are we done reading on
Yes,
Miss Jones?
I'm looking for another case.
Oh, so Maya, remember that reading you did for me after last week?
Yeah.
It turns out that I am not the only one that was screwed around with, and because I had a discussion with one of the readers, told her what was said, and I said, honestly, did any of what she said I did affect you? And she was like, no, and I told her everything, and just there came the salty words, but she was like, I would have been effing devastated if someone said that to me.
Launched into you like that.
Mm-hmm. And I come to find out that there were 3 webs. There was one for one girl that left first, the one that I talked to, and then I was that third one.
I am totally lost at what y'all were talking about.
Oh, we'll tell you later.
Yeah,
it won't make sense to you right
Yeah,
now.
when we go off air.
Yeah.
Y'all can fill me in.
Jake really likes that British girl, Mandy. Yes, I bet you do, Jake.
Ooh.
Mandy's
I
sweet.
have to listen very close to her. I love her accent, but sometimes I lose what she's saying. I'm like,
I would like to I want to mic her up so that we can, hear her appropriately. Yes, and she does have that kind of an accent that
did you know she's a singer in the band?
Yeah. I'm so chuffed for her. I love Mandy. I've got that reminds me. I want to go bop over to her channel. I need to show her some love. We kind of got to do our rotation, and I have to bop over to her and to EQ and Sonia. Oh my gosh! And
I'm so
Autumn
sad
from
that
Black and
Nasty
Orange
is
yeah,
over.
I just can't.
Autumn from Black and Orange Tarot. She found a young man. Aiden is learning tarot or whatever it is. And she had him on her show the other day, and then she went and did a live stream with him that evening.
So cool.
And so I went over, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to, I told him, I said, I'm gonna spread the word and get your name out there. And he's like 12. I don't know. No, he's older than that.
Yeah, but to us,
To me, he looks like he's 12.
Yeah.
But he's as sweet as can be, and he's very earnest in what he's trying to do. So it's like, and Autumn was telling him, you lighten up. It's you can have fun with it. Don't have to be serious all the time.
Don't be
Maya,
serious.
has there been any update on these 2 boys?
No, and that's why I took Remy's question. And I do have another one that's starred, but if you want to ask a true crime question, feel free to put it in the chat log with all caps would be best. But we'll take a look at this because I think Remy's question.
I can't believe those poor boys have been missing almost for 2 years now.
chaps my hide, to put it mildly.
How old were these boys?
Precious. Like, what were they? 2, 3, something like that?
Yeah,
They were
and they were
3, 4,
they were
adopted.
just
babies.
toddlers, babies. Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
babies,
They
sweet.
were adopted, probably just to get the extra money, income,
Yeah.
and then whatever happened.
Well, I'm sure for the slave market, the black market,
Yeah.
there are people out there who will pay all kinds of money for
Well, this wasn't
a
that.
small kid, you know.
Yeah.
I think my feeling is from the cards that I got before that the parents,
Well, the adopted parents.
the adoptive parents, thank you. Big difference, folks.
So I don't know.
And
I don't know
they
this
had other
story, so-
boys. They had other boys that they had adopted that people didn't hear anything about. Remember that? Remember that, Heather?
Mm,
We were
I
doing a
think
reading.
so. Yeah.
There was another mother, a woman of color, who had a child, a son, that she said was last known to be in their care, and then don't know where he went.
And no one's checking up. And a lot of times is that caseworkers
Were
are
they
so
doing like foster
overloaded,
care or
the
something?
kids get
Yes.
they get lost. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. They are overloaded, and that is a system that needs total rehaul.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a caseworker, and after like 4 years of it, she burned out so bad she had to walk away from the job.
Yeah.
I had a friend that
So
got
overwhelmed.
fibromyalgia from doing that kind of social work, and she had to
Yeah,
walk away.
it just destroys you because there's not big of enough force. Everybody wants, I mean, come on. One person lady that helped me, who lost her job. It was so stupid. She had like 200 some people on her caseload,
Yeah,
and they wouldn't, they said, well, we can't, hire any more people, and they let her go on a tiny little technicality. They're like, well, you did this again, but I didn't have enough time.
What's this about a baby girl she threw in the river? Vixen?
What?
Is that pertaining to is their last name West as well? Let me just look it up.
West sounds familiar. I don't know if that.
where did this happen?
Like Trezel is the
Was
father.
that here in America?
Yeah, it was here in California,
Okay.
and
Were these little boys of color,
Bakersfield.
or-
Yeah, they're gorgeous little boys of color. They're 2 brothers. Let me just get their picture because they're so cute. Who could do that? I would just, you see these boys, you would just
they can
snuggle
hurt
them up.
children or animals or
Okay, here's from March the 2nd. Adoptive parents killed California brothers Orrin and Orson, who they renamed. Those are.
That's creepy.
Let me get to so that you
Those
can
aren't
see.
they gave the
individual
kids
names.
different
Those
names.
common names.
Yeah. They were the mother had named them Sincere and Classic, and
Classique. Yeah. Okay.
Classic. Yes,
Yeah, I remember that.
remember. So here they
Mhm.
are, guys. There you go, Sharon. See, look how cute. Look at these
Oh my God! Look at those
precious
faces.
babies. Look at that. Who could
Look
do
at his eyes.
You just
Such
want to scoop
beautiful
him up
eyes.
and squish him with a hug.
Oh, that's the kind of face you just want to smooch all over.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them.
Yeah. And so Orson West was 3. That's him on the left. And Orrin was 4. And they've been missing since December 21st, 2020. Their adopted parents in California City reported them missing from home, but they feel like these kids were dead before they ever went onto this home. So there's Trezel West and there's Jacqueline West. And they were arrested by Bakersfield police back in March and are currently booked into Kern County Jail. And they've both been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of willful cruelty
so they are deceased.
to a child. Yes, they know, but they've not found them. They don't know, so we got to look.
And they won't talk. Well, they'll turn on each other, but if they're married,
I think so.
they can also use that in court, saying that one spouses don't
They can, cannot testify against the other one.
Against the other.
Yeah. So here's a little bit more. So Trestle West, I said that they were booked into the Kern County Jail. I know where this area is. I'm familiar. It's not near me, but it's kind of close. They have both been charged, like I said, with the 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of willful cruelty to a child, and making a false report of emergency. And then they said this morning, I'm saddened to announce that the investigation has revealed that Orrin and Orson West are deceased. Now, they've never said how they know that. And that they revealed that they died, and they knew that they had died 3 months prior before they were reported missing. So it would have gone back November, October, September is when they would have been gotten rid of. And their bodies have not been found.
Do they suspect the foster parents?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The case has roiled the small community of California City, a desert town in Kern County. And they, the neighbors of this house, they said they never even saw any kids. And these people have other children. So it's like, what y'all doing with your other kids? How do you treat them?
Yeah.
They collect the money.
Mm-hmm. They have 4 other children, 2 of whom are adopted and 2 more that are biological that were taken into protective custody after the boys' disappearance.
Well, at least they got the other children out before they could be injured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about this child being thrown into the water, though. I don't know where that.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
or not.
Is that another case? Yeah, so I'm just looking at the information. Nothing new there. But so let's just look and see. I'm going to drop this off the screen now.
Also, they were due today in court. It said Thursday.
Oh, that was in March. So like that's an old. That's all that's up to date for right now. So they're going to be looking to take them.
Well, I got the King of Pentacles, which is known as the Earth Power. So apparently, force was used on them.
Mm-hmm.
They were moved. They were moved. It's interesting. I got the Wheel of Fortune. I think in time, they're going to know where they are and what exactly happened. And I got the Princess of Wands, which I feel like is the adoptive mother.
Just dropped my deck.
Who may be
I'm always
willing
doing
to do a plea deal or something.
That's what I feel like. I feel like the mother is going to crack, the adoptive mother. I feel like they're going to be able to manipulate her. Him, he's a little more shrewd, but I think they're going to trip her up.
I think it was him that caused the
primarily.
passing.
I think he does the dirty work, shall we say, but I think she treats those kids like rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely not Mother of the Year, not warm.
Wow. They went everywhere.
Oh my Lord.
I dropped my deck of cards.
Boy, they really want to talk.
They do. Vixen Doe says something about that she had been pregnant. Oh, I think I heard about that, Vixen Doe.
Jeez.
And threw it in the water. There's some kind of rumor.
I don't remember anything about these. Shit.
There's unfortunately there's so many cases. I would much rather read on people that are missing than jackasses.
Yeah. Well, I got loss of pleasure, so having them around no longer served them.
Mm-hmm. Because he said they were too rowdy.
Those poor little boys. I got great strength.
Too rowdy. They were little boys,
right? Isn't that what
the card I got was the devil? They were in bondage. They were servants in bondage and abuse. They were oppressed.
Poor babies.
See, and Remy, like that, in my opinion, should not be allowed to live.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not God.
And y'all can be grateful that we are not. False person. And it's him. It's a dude. Look at him. He's all Dracula-like. Get that. Yeah. Shoot.
Prudence.
So I get false person and I get good lady. A good lady. I'm thinking that could be a neighbor, somebody that reported something that must have been that bit of information, or maybe that was very helpful. Let's see what else I'm going to get. I need to put a specific question. I get living room and gaining a lot of money. Yeah, this is all about money. I wonder if they didn't do something to them
got all
in
Pentacles.
a living room. I don't know. Where I get the living
Pentacles. I got the 8 of Pentacles, the Prudence card, making the money. And there's the female balancing it all out,
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Balance all the money. And then the very last card was the end of the boys. They no longer serve their purpose.
Yeah. And it's horrid. I just don't understand. I can understand how you'd like to slap an adult, and I mean, I know kids get on your nerves, but my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, I pulled the King of Cups, which can bring in sympathy. So this neighbor you were just talking about, must have felt some kind of sympathy for these boys, especially if she's the one that notified the police. And then I got the Page of Cups. No, Page of Pentacles, excuse me. So that's an opportunity. An opportunity showed up. Knowledge, opportunity, money, whatever, something showed up. And then I got the 7 of Cups. They had a choice to make.
And they had a lot of options. Yep. There was a lot of things they could have done. They didn't want those boys to go back. That was never going to be.
Wow, I had another card stuck to that one.
We got to see also, because I remember that other mother and reading on it. I want to see where that boy is. If they did something to the child that I agree, Remy. I think that she's going to crack like a pistachio.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm going to take these. I'm going to think about.
And then to my 7 of Cups, when I went to lay it back down, I realized I had another card that was stuck to it. The Knight of Pentacles.
Yeah, they were slow moving and reporting the kids missing. They took their time.
That's 3 months. Yeah, what kind of decomp would be underway in a hot Indian summer, so to speak.
Yeah, I think they were
September.
Moved. That's why I got that Chariot card.
What part of the country were they in?
Oh man, it's desert. It's desert. It's low desert. And they think that I know that they think that they took them to a desert-like area outside of the town or whatever to get rid of them. It's like, good luck finding them. So that's why I want to look and see if they're going to find them. That's what I'm going to do now. See if
I actually think, too, maybe it might have been neglect. I got bad health. They might have been just, nutritionally. I mean, everything was fully neglected. And then I got the main man
card.
How could
you do that? Man.
I got the mature woman. Responsible. Then I got imprisonment.
Oh.
I pulled
and then I got the
Gemini.
Again.
Communication.
Yep.
What one is that? What one was that, Sherry? Communication?
New Moon in Gemini. Moonology Oracle deck.
But Gemini, the boys, twins. Oh, they're almost like twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says communication.
I wonder if they're trying to. I'm sure they are. Let's see. I get a change. Go ahead.
But then I got the mature man after the imprisonment and then the marriage.
Could that be an agreement?
It could be, and that might be too.
Working out a deal?
Well,
yeah.
Bad people find bad people to hook up to.
Yep, they sure do.
And look, my other oracle I pulled, let it unfold.
And I'm getting an air balloon here, and it says a change. and
Message.
and the person is looking through a telescope out of the balloon, like an aerial. I wonder if they're going to send drones, like to
Oh, maybe.
You know, there are a lot
Over-
more ways now that they can actually locate
bodies,
now
the
with
thermal heat.
drones.
Well,
Yeah.
of course, if you're deceased,
well, lack of heat.
Yeah.
at this point, be
Cadaver
bones.
dogs. You know that too. Well, it's kind of hard to.
I get the card of bereavement, and it shows me a funeral, and they're being buried. Oh my God! Let me shut the light on this because
Well, I
the glare.
hope that they find. Hi, Mas. Come say hi.
I think that they are going to find them. I think this is them getting a proper burial.
Yeah.
Look at that. That just
2
gives me
and
the
4.
heebie-jeebies a little bit.
3 and 4. Jesus.
Yes. I get a short illness. Heather, you were saying you thought maybe they weren't, being taken care of well to begin with, of course. Yes, I'm getting a short illness. And then I get expectation.
Jesus, what is it?
See, I got message. I got house.
That's the home.
The big, but then I got wealthy man. So I'm wondering with the marriage, if she's going to testify.
I think she will. It's just and Remy's got that feeling too.
And I got the wealthy man could be the lawyer.
Theft.
I got great fortune and thief. But then the last card I got so far is great despair. Well, it's despair. And the firing squad. That would be nice. Well, it's called high honor. It says high honor, but I also see this as like a firing squad. Someone is going to be.
Yeah, it does look like a firing squad. They got trial soon. Let's see how it turns out, right? I think
and
she's gonna
change courthouse. But yeah, I think it took place too in the house.
I got living room.
I'm looking to see where the coffin is in the step.
Jake, you're using your intuition. You know about this. You know about as much of this as we do. Well, I only know this because I've been reading on this a while. But because
I don't remember ever even hearing about this.
Oh, but look at this, guys. Then I get hope, big water, and I get the card of a little child. So I think that they will find them.
Yeah.
And I do think that they will be able to be properly interred.
Yeah, I did a little trick that Andrea sometimes does, and I kind of picked up on that. I found the coffin card in my deck and to see what was around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got distant horizons, poverty with a little boy, the coffin, and then courtship.
I think their bones will tell a lot.
And they're going to one of them's going to crack because they're having thoughts. And I think it might be, the wife, because he's concerned. Is she going to, going to
open her mouth?
Yeah. Then the next card I got is occupation, but I think that's where it ends. But then I did get the pathway, so she might lead them. Or let them know. Oops, sorry. Where?
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I have a feeling that
child next to the coffin, poverty,
and I got that funeral bereavement.
Yeah, I just pulled from a different deck, and I got. Where did I get the 4 of Wands? So they're at rest now.
One of the things that I didn't look at was there a minor involved in the murder of the boys? So did they use, I know what you're getting at, did they use the older children to?
Yeah. Well, I started with the 4 of Wands, rest. From there, it went to
the 10
of Cups, completion.
Yeah.
And then from there, the 7 of Pentacles, choices. And more money.
It's all about the money, isn't it? And it's not even that much money. These kids' lives mean so much more. And this crappy little bit of money that they really, I just can't.
I have to say hi to Auntie.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi,
He
kitty.
just jumped up on my knee.
Oh,
Oh,
look
Booby.
at those eyes. Oh my goodness.
Emerald. Oh
Yeah.
my God, you're gorgeous, Boo. You just so cute.
Yeah, and he's used now to not having any teeth, so he still likes eating baby food though, so we give
Oh,
him
it's
baby.
precious. My little girl, my big little girl, is going to have some of her back teeth removed too. So she's going to be a little bit gummy. But
Yep, he's got all of them gone.
oh
I
wow.
miss having a cat.
Oh,
I really do. I want another cat.
I found out that I gotta have them. Isn't it sad how people won't adopt black cats? It is. I want them. I'll take them all. Give them all to me. Hi, House
Yeah,
Panther.
I don't think there was another child involved. I got woman,
The mom. Yeah.
sudden wealth because they wanted the money, and then I got change, which means, of course there's the car, also.
I'm not getting
and then
anything at
thief.
the point to children at all.
Yeah. And courtship. So it was the husband and the wife. It wasn't a minor involved. They probably might have seen it I don't think there was anybody else.
I
And if
don't. I
there
think,
is-
and I think these kids all might have that illness. I got that short illness card and gloomy thoughts.
Mm-hmm. And this is nothing new. You hear the stories from the past with
And I get
nasty, awful women locking the kids down in the basements.
yeah, crazy crap that people do. And I'm getting the
Beating them
main
to death.
person, which is showing me the man, and I'm getting the darn living room again. Isn't that crazy?
Probably lost his temper, or.
Mm-hmm. And then the marriage card and bereavement again with the funeral. So it's the married couple that did it. They both are responsible for.
Yep. And then the fact that I pulled twins on my oracle
Yep.
for the
Mhm.
boys.
2 boys. Yep.
You're totally picking up on their energy. Tammy Aldrich has the black cat too, Gypsy.
And then let it unfold.
Gypsy. Why would you stop?
miss having a
trying to
cat.
shuffle?
Oh, are you allergic or?
No, we have a pet limit at the complex where I live, and we already have
Oh.
2 dogs.
Oh,
Although I've been seriously contemplating sneaking in a cat.
I would totally sneak in a cat. I would totally. It's
I
like, how are
just
you
miss
gonna
having
know?
a cat. I had my cat for 16 years before he passed.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I hauled him back and forth across the country a couple of times with me.
Yeah,
He
that
was
is your
my
ride
baby.
or die. Yours ride or
He
die,
was my
baby.
big baby.
Well, my bear needs to go on a diet. She's about 18 pounds.
Yeah, he was a 20-pounder till the last 6 months, and he got sick. Just like wasted away. It was
That's
like
what
looking at a cancer patient,
Yeah, my cat
nothing
got a
but
brain
skin and
tumor.
bones.
That's pretty standard when they get older, I guess, but that was
Yeah.
not.
You can
I did
always
not.
ask Mark to connect with your baby
Yeah.
when he goes and does his lives, and you can ask questions about your pets.
He's the other one I need.
Well, I've asked him, and he keeps telling me, "Yeah, you got another one coming." Be
Yeah.
patient.
I would. That wouldn't surprise me because you
He
have
keeps
cat
telling me that
energy.
my cat that I have for 16 years is coming back.
Yeah, my
That
Lulu
he's
is
coming back to
too.
me. It's just he's not here yet.
Piper
He's
and
not ready
Howie.
yet.
He says,
They
I'm
got
almost
things
there,
going
mommy.
on.
Yeah.
Yep. What?
I just love how soft they are. How that baby
Oh, I know.
smell.
Mine was a big. He looked like Garfield. He was a big gold and white
Marmalade.
cat and domestic medium hair, and just he had the softest fur.
Oh,
Anytime I would take him to the vet, the first thing anybody knew that came around and would say was, "He's got the softest fur."
that's why I just love kitty cats because it's so soft. It makes me relax and I'm just like, oh, it's soft. She's like mesmerizing me with the kitty. Oh,
See,
baby
goodbye.
kitty. Bye, sweetie. You are so pretty. You are so
Mommy's
They
gotta
know. They
finish.
know when we're doing this and we get upset. It happens to Autumn all the time. On Black and Orange, if she starts reading on something that's really
And she'll
rough,
stop
and she
in the
starts
meeting
getting
of a
upset.
reading.
Her little cat Boo Boo Zen Kitty pops up all of a sudden.
Therapy cat, I am here.
Yes,
She'll
it's
just
like
stop
a therapy.
reading.
He'll pop up and want to stop what you're doing, Mom, and give me
Yeah.
a few strokes, and you'll feel better.
She
That's
goes,
so funny.
excuse me. She'll put her cards down. She'll disappear somewhere in her house. What's the matter, baby? What you trying? I just like to laugh. I go, that's awesome. She
Doris
loves her
Smith
kitties.
says in China, black cats are considered good luck.
Yeah,
I think any cat is good luck, personally.
Yes.
that's it.
So
Are
let's.
we done reading on these
Yeah, I
poor
think
little boys?
I think we got them. They will be found.
Yeah.
I do see them being found and being given a
Proper
burial,
burial.
a proper burial. And these two pieces of trash will stay in prison. And I hope they get the snot smacked out of them.
Well, the only people that are more afraid of being in prison of the prisoners are people who molest children, kill children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your most diehard murderers. It's like
They
that's a
will.
line you don't cross.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone comes in that's
It's
crossed
true.
that line, yeah,
I've
I
seen some
wouldn't.
awful graphic pictures of what has happened. Yes. And that's something that once you see it, you cannot not see it.
Yeah,
Hi, Joan Barrett. Thanks for joining us. So,
Hey, Joan.
Nell had a question. A friend of hers went missing. His name is Phillip Mazar, and he was in the Las Vegas area. Now, I did read on him, and I did not get him.
that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's an interesting name too. It had that effect on me. I didn't at the time when I read for her. I didn't see him as I saw him as having issues with mental health, but not deceased. So she's just wanting to kind of keep a close eye on him, and she's wanting us to take a look at him
Okay.
to
He
check in on him.
disappeared, or
Yeah, they've not been able to find him, and his last known presence was in Las Vegas. You've been listening. Oh, but you weren't in the chat. Thank you so much, though. Thank you so much. Oh, and please remember to hit a thumbs up if you would please be so kind. And after the live, I'll be sure to put Sherry and Heather's. Of course, I try to do this with every guest. There are details so that you can make sure you're subbed and all that good stuff.
yeah, I'm up to 170.
Right
I
on.
went
Really?
to look this morning just to see what it was at. I was like, wow.
Hope they
I'm
don't
up to
take
one-
them from
I'm
you.
up to 131. So thank you, everybody.
Yes, I have read on Brian Schaefer. Heather, did we read on Brian Schaefer together? We've read so much, I don't remember. I think we did. But I would gladly read on him again. So I'm going to star that anyway, because it was a crazy case. That was something angry tuna Saluna. And he's the one that he was the doctor. He was going to good looking guy.
If
I show you when I show you the picture, you might know the case though. When I show you that, so
wow,
let's look
I
at
just pulled
Phillip.
all major arcana for
On Phillip.
Yes.
Wow.
Except for the last one.
Phillip Mazar.
Oh my, yeah.
Las Vegas. If you want to go ahead or whatever, feel free.
I got the Hierophant.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know much about Phillip except for what you just said, and he might. So he does have a diagnosis, or he was possibly.
Oh, here. Nell says, thank you. Thank you so much for reading on Phillip. Las Vegas is a long way from Indiana. That's where he was originally from. And that's how Nell knew him. So I hope nothing horrible has happened. Yeah, and Las Vegas is a scary place.
There's a lot of desert in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
People disappear in.
Because this is really weird.
Yeah.
The Hierophant the High Priestess, the Lovers, Justice, and then on the bottom of the deck, Unstable effect. Someone stealing
Yeah.
or being distracted from two.
Would he be? I gotta. And now I don't know about this, y'all. Just throwing this out there. Would he have been the type to maybe join a cult or something? Am I just way off base with that? But when I saw your cards
The
there,
Hierophant, yeah.
but I don't want to put ideas because let's just see what cards we all get and see what's happened with Phillip.
But with Las Vegas being the kind of town it is, I'm really not surprised I got all these major arcanas because that's major energy there.
Yes.
A lot of crazy shit goes down.
For sure. I've been there once. Once was enough. I'm getting a man. I get rich girl, main person with a male.
There's the male.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this male had control or influence on him, or...
And I'm getting the card of a long way, like a journey, like almost a pilgrimage. It's looking like in this. Oh.
The High Priestess on secret knowledge.
I see him going through some kind of grief. Did someone pass that he knew or cared about? I get bereavement. I get grief and adversity, prison. Military person. And receiving a gift. Excuse me. No, grab another deck.
Yeah, I'm going to grab another deck too.
And
I just pulled from two different decks and it's just not making any sense. First card I pulled off the bat
thank you,
was
Mama
Judgment.
Bear.
I got the... Oh.
Yep, I pulled the Judgment. And then after that, I pulled the Nine of Cups. And then from there, I went to the Knight of Cups. And then from there, I went to the Page of Pentacles. And then the Seven of Cups.
There's that delusion.
And then that Knight of Pentacles. Getting a lot of cups, a lot of pentacles. And then I pulled on my Oracle, Full Moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So there was that. And then the other Oracle I pulled was just says Guardian. So
it seems like I don't get death. I mean, except for this one, but I don't think it's his.
I'm pulling Guardian. Maybe he's being guarded. Somebody's keeping him away.
That's why I was thinking, could it be like a cult or somebody that is just taking kind of
end of a tough cycle approaches? That very well could be, if he's being held somewhere, in a cult-like situation, or just
somebody that's a cuckoo.
Freakazoids that's just got the weirdos.
Yeah.
But I'm getting Judgment. I mean, that was the very first card I pulled was Judgment.
Where did I put my deck?
So
right.
That
I was
right
going to
there.
say with the Lovers card, a marriage, maybe he acts, because sometimes we get people
Las Vegas wedding.
So inebriated.
Yeah.
That they might get tricked into something.
Yeah, boy, that's Scam City. That is
Justice,
a place that you can definitely get taken advantage of.
And then I got a Page and a Knight of Pentacles. Again, that money, and then all these emotions, all these cups. Seven of Cups, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups. That's a lot of emotions running through there.
Yeah. Cups. And that's what I was really getting for him when I was reading on him. I just felt like emotions and mental health were not in the best place. and kind of foggy.
Well, if
Maybe
they're
the
keeping them drugged,
Hierophant was the guy who did the marriage, or might have been, or orchestrated. And then the High Priestess, hidden knowledge. The person might have been hiding something about themselves.
That's true. That's a hidden secret or
Or maybe
something
not even
secretive.
a marriage. Because then I grabbed a different deck and I got the Four of Pentacles, the Tower.
Something. Okay, so there's sudden.
Something's making progress.
Might be sudden insight.
Progress.
So it looks like he's still out there.
Balancing inequality or inequity.
That's that instability again. I was getting that for him too.
That fell right under the Justice card.
Interesting.
And then the last one is another sword. Queen of Swords. Quick, clever, articulate.
Huh. All right. Let me see what I'm going to get.
Yeah, this really is a weird read. I'm not saying now your friend is weird. I'm just saying the
energy is weird.
Yeah.
I found that to be true too.
Yeah, it just struck me that the very first card I pulled was Judgment. I can't seem to move past that. It's just
like a
neon light flashing in my brain. That Judgment, and then all these cups. And
maybe
then if he was in Las Vegas
and got married,
he's in Vegas, it could explain all the Pentacles.
Yeah, gambling. Yeah, maybe or working in a casino or.
Yep. Maybe the lovers doesn't mean necessarily lovers.
You know, people gambling, losing money, whatever. There's a lot of emotion riding there. A lot of emotions.
Let me see what I get with these rune cards.
What was his first name? Phillip, right?
Phillip Mazar, wasn't it?
Mazar. And Phil, if you're out there, we hope that you're well. We just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All love. Sending you love.
Thank you, Sharon. She's posting our
Sharon,
channel.
Thank you, Sharon. She's so wonderful.
Somebody else did it earlier, and I missed who it was.
Thank you, guys.
To say thank you.
You guys rock. And Sharon's such a... All y'all. Keeping an eye there. Let's see what I get. So... What is Phillip doing right now? Is he, I'm going to straight up ask, is he with some kind of people that are controlling him, or what is going on? I feel like he might have somebody taking advantage of his confusion.
See, that's where I'm thinking this Guardian is coming from. Because I pulled Guardian on him as well, so...
The Jones?
Somebody's acting as his guardian, or they're guarding him.
Jones says judgment could also be calling in of a debt, like a loan. Maybe. I don't have enough understanding what he was doing out there, but it's odd. Such an odd reading.
Yeah, this is.
I get strength, reliability, trustworthiness, enlightenment, endurance, again, defense, protection. You guys had guardian. I'm getting protection, defense. What's going on?
I got 8 of Cups reversed. So he went there looking to fill a void. Detached. I like the words on this. This helps me sometimes. Aimless, drifting, detached, disconnected. But then I got the Victory card, clear progress. Then I got the Balancing Equity card again. But then I got the 8 of Swords reversed. Oh, look at both 8s are reversed.
Oh, wow.
Easing self-censorship, less insecure, letting go of damaging negative thinking. He might be doing better. Than I got Page of Pentacles, making a dream real, message about finances, home, health, new projects. So he may be getting this guardian, may be somebody just helping him recuperate or get out of a,
Situation.
a bad situation.
I think you're right. I'm getting Perthu, which is uncertain meaning, a secret matter, a mystery, hidden things, and occult abilities. Initiation, knowledge of one's destiny, knowledge of future matters, determining the future or your path. Makes sense with what you're saying. I think he's definitely working on changing something. But there's something here about knowledge that he's working on.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps coming up.
Yeah, that
and
hidden, that high priestess.
that occult
now,
knowledge, knowledge, hidden knowledge. So
but
I wonder.
This is upright, so I'm thinking that this might be a positive. That it's this relationship, whether it's a romantic or not, it's a supportive.
Right.
And when I got the Justice card, sometimes to me that's judgment too. To me, it's like a court. You're putting down. So he may, like on one of these other cards, it said that where is it? I'm sorry if I'm taking, but it's saying less insecure, letting go of damaging negative thinking. So maybe he's starting to find balance in that. And
I keep getting balance.
Helping him with that.
Tammy says that she subscribed to both of you guys, so you'll have an extra
choice.
Tammy. And then with this being unstable effect, this card came on top of it, which now is more clear. There's more positive looking towards the future.
You got a Page of Pentacles?
Yeah, she did.
Making a dream.
I pulled a Page of Pentacles too.
My goodness.
Okay.
As well as the Knight of Pentacles.
So I don't see anything like bad now. He just may be really going through, and if he had any sort of instability with a mental health diagnosis or whatever that may have been, he may be just seeking professional help or found somebody who is offering that support to help,
get his life together. And
yeah,
because
she didn't say if he went through something before.
I don't think she knows.
Okay, so he just up and without nobody. Okay,
I'm not sure. I also get a lot here that's repeating about dealing with tempering as well. This card says tempering, Haagen-Dazs, whatever. It's I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm learning runes too.
And radio travel in the physical terms and in terms of lifestyle direction. So he's really wanting to do something with his life. So again, no death or anything like that, but relocation is a possibility in the future.
Maybe that Hierophant meant more like a spiritual awakening or a spiritual crisis.
Like Dark Night of the Soul, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to kind of, but why Las Vegas? To me, that would be like.
Well, Las Vegas for a lot of people is, all the glamour and the bright lights and the glitter and the glitz and the bling, and it's very exciting and very.
It's a 24-hour city. It is a 24-hour city, and it is a lot. There's a lot of good shows. I mean, I would go back maybe to go see the shows. I'm not a gambler. I can't do that. I like to have something for my money.
See, it's interesting that you just posted that because I started shuffling. I'm going to see what might have been behind him leaving in the first place.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whoa. Okay.
Why he left home?
Why he left Indiana.
Hell who wouldn't want to leave? It's cold there. Snows there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Reason enough for me.
It gets real hot and gets real cold, like Missouri, where I'm from originally.
Yeah, I've been on the Gulf Coast too long. I just can't.
I'm a California girl now. I've been out here longer than where I grew up, so I am completely acclimatized and a spoiled brat.
Except for 10 years in the desert, I have been on the Gulf Coast my whole life. Wow. From Texas to Florida and back again.
Oh wow, you like your water baby.
My mother had wandering feet. We were always moving.
That's so
She was,
interesting.
you know, she had that
Hi,
gypsy
Leslie.
heart.
For sure. So I think that's pretty good. I think we've covered that. He looks like he's going to be all right. Oh yes, the Talmud case. That's a really good one. This case. Oh, sorry, wrong one, Jake. Sorry, you're in Georgia. Oh yeah, that's more. Well, I guess it depends on where you're at in Georgia, right? Shuts down because we can't handle it. Yeah, if it rains here, people freak out too. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do? Gonna drive either too fast or too slow. One of the, it's never sensible.
Yeah, I know in Arizona it was like that when it rained, which was very rare. It flood everything out because the ground was so hard.
Unless you were up in Flagstaff where I was, and the monsoons came in. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
But for why he went, I got the Valor card again, but I think he was kind of trying to fight off, too many things were coming at him, and he needed to get away. And so he got the idea, let's start, I need to go, let's start somewhere new. But then I got the Empress card, and so of course that's a motherly card. So I'm wondering if he went there because he knew a woman or individual who had that type of nurturing aspect to them. And then the last card I got again was the King of Swords. And so, of course, mental intellect, those ideas again. So maybe that's where he wanted to be.
Yeah, like strategy that he.
Yeah, it very well may be that there was something about Vegas or someone he knew that would have, or he found there that provided that nurturing, that supportive, that reconnection, to the feminine aspect of himself, or the higher power. And what's so cool about this card? Doesn't it look like Jason Momoa?
Oh, it does.
Yes, it does.
I'll get that Talmud.
I'll take one for Christmas, please.
Talmud. What was it? Talmud.
Just tie a big red bow around him. Send them my way.
I think he just had a lot of stuff mentally and whatnot that he was struggling with, and kind of one of those going to, there to kind of rediscover himself.
Yeah.
And this got there, and where did that card go? That's weird.
There. Okay.
I lost the card.
Oh, why is that in French? I don't need the French one.
I don't want people to see the top of my head.
All right. Now this next case that I'm going to bring up, the Talmud case. Where did that go? Yes, right here. Leslie King. This is a very interesting case out of Australia. And there was a man that was found on a beach. And this was probably, I think it was back in the 50s. Let me just get the info. And yes. Okay. So I'll share this with you guys. Oops, wrong. Too many tabs. Too many tabs.
So I know it drives Shan nuts. Every time he tries to read an article, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here we go. This case is the Tamem Shud case. And this is, I'm probably not saying that correctly. I'm sorry. Also known as the mystery of the Somerton man. And it's an unsolved case of an unidentified man found dead in 1948. I was close, but not quite. 1948 on the Somerton Park Beach, just south of Adelaide, South Australia. And the case is named after the Persian phrase tamam shud, which means is over or is finished, and
Ooh.
which was printed on a scrap of paper,
Creepy.
found months later in the fob pocket of this man's trousers. The scrap had been torn from a final page of a copy of a book called the Rubaiyat of
Yeah.
Omar Khayyam, authored in the 12th century by Omar Khayyam. Okay, so it was misspelt, apparently, and in many reports this error has often been repeated, leading to confusion about the name in the media. Okay, so there was some errors there. Some people think he was a spy. There's a lot of things they could not find. All the labels, of course, in the clothing were not there. There was no identification, just this thing. Following public appeal by police, the book from which the page had been torn was located. And on the inside back cover, detectives read through indentions left from previous handwriting, a local telephone number with another unidentified number, and a text that resembled an encrypted or coded message. The text has not been able to be deciphered or interpreted in a way that satisfies authorities with this case. The case has been considered, since the early stages of the police investigation, one of Australia's most profound mysteries. There has been intense speculation ever since regarding the identity of the victim, the cause of death, and the events leading up to it. Basically, what they found was that he basically had been poisoned, maybe like a use of an undetectable poison. So this was public interest, and the case remains significant for several reasons. The death occurred at a time of heightened international tensions following the beginning of the Cold War, and an apparent involvement of a secret code, the possible use of an undetectable poison, and the inability of authorities to identify the dead man. So he was stretched out on the beach, and people thought he was just asleep. But no. So I will put a link to that in the.
So there's no name; they just call him the Somerton Man.
The Somerton Man. So here is a link to his case, and I'm going to stop the share on this. There. All right. So that is it. That, like I said, you guys, it's a wild. Oopsies. Trying to be neat.
12:22. This is going to be a quick read for me, ladies, and then I have to hit
the hay. That's fine by me. I'm not long myself. I've actually got more work to do, but all right, let me see. So I guess what to ask. I want to ask what the code meant. And there's one I also want to look and see. No, I don't want to use that deck.
Ouch.
It's like he was saying something was finished, and then he took his own life and stretched out on this beach and there so he could be found, but made sure that all of his clothing had no tags, nothing was identifiable. And they did find a woman that he had apparently had some dalliance with, but she got very scared and wouldn't discuss things.
That could possibly represent a couple of these cards. Interesting. The first card that jumped out was the Fool.
A gamble, a risk.
So I'm trying, but then I got the Three of Swords.
Betrayal.
Heartbreak. Knight of Swords. Maybe he rushed into this relationship with her maybe a little too fast, or
something too quick.
Communication coming, but then I got the Queen of Pentacles. So when you said there was a little dalliance, Queen of Pentacles, very, down to earth. grounded, motherly, in touch with their own sovereignty, their own,
Mm-hmm.
their own wealth, independence.
So I'm going to ask, what do we need to know about him? Let's start with that.
Surprised they haven't done a movie on this in Hollywood.
I think that they will, because this case, boy, you guys, it's juicy. It's very interesting. If you go and you look at the videos that are made on it, there's some really good coverage on it. But
this is the first time I've ever heard of this.
oh, it's a fascinating case.
I might
I've
bring
not
it up
heard
to
of it at
Scott
all.
and Andrea for their next Mystery Theater.
Mm.
See what they get on it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. So what do we need to know about him? Let's see what I get the Queen of Swords. I feel like she's somebody that writes. I get the Six of Pentacles. I think that woman was helping him. I do. And I think she got scared because I think his death informed her that something was that she needed to be
Something wasn't right.
right. Yeah. Because she got very scared and would not talk anything more about what their relation. I get awakening, a greater awareness. And also about responsibility, accountability, and change. What makes me think he did things he didn't later may have regretted? It's just something that came to me. Yeah, and I get the Three of Swords too.
Okay. I reshuffled and
It's the woman.
Kind of thinking about, so I got the Star card. So maybe she was going to provide some sort of outlet, hope to get maybe emotional. They had a connection.
Yeah, they had some kind of connection.
Material work. She was helping him create something.
Yeah.
Or
I get Pentacles as well.
That she became, and then you said something that made me think, that made me go, okay, when I got the Ace of Cups. So something brand new, emotions, things were, kind of all of a sudden going all over the place. And then I got the Eight of Swords.
Restriction.
So she, like you said, she may have gotten very scared. Something might have happened to her. Yeah, this is really interesting. This is very interesting.
It is.
Like, what about you, Sherry?
I'm pulling here. I'm going through because they're not making.
And I get the King of Pentacles.
They're not making any sense, It's like, so I'm trying to.
I get the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So I think he was very emotionally attached to this woman. And then the Tower came, and then he gets the Three of Wands. I think he may have felt like he was, I don't know, if he felt like his cover was blown or something got blown. Something happened here. And it is where he realizes that things have changed completely. And he, I don't know if she betrayed him in some way. Because I get the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands.
Yeah, I got the Three of Swords again. I reshuffled.
Yeah, I got the Five of Swords.
So that's also hidden stuff.
Yeah, disillusionment. Hidden. I got the Five of Swords on that. And then I turned around and I got the Eight of Wands. And then that same little mini oracle deck I got, Stop, came up again.
There's that second, yep.
Yeah. And what was it? It said it is finished. It is over. So like stop. That's the end.
Yes, stop. There you go, Sherry. And then I got
is the end.
the Five of Pentacles, so there was trouble with material, money, trust, maybe the relationship itself. But then I went to and got the wealth card though at the end of it. So
A lot of
maybe
money.
going from having very little to all of a sudden having more, and then that's when the heartbreak came in.
Hi, grass grower.
And then oppression, the Ten of Wands.
Now,
It got too
Leslie,
much for him.
Leslie, of course, lives in Australia, and she's providing some more insight. Now, I remember this. They supposedly had a child together, but she refused to name the father. So people presumed it may have been him.
So do they know who the woman was, or they kept her
Yeah,
identity?
they know who she was. They know who she
Oh.
was, but she would not divulge, as Leslie said, anything, but seemed very shaken up. So Joan is saying here, Eight of Swords. It's a situation they put themselves into, or at least one of them did. Yeah.
That's what I got. I got the Ace
You
of
got that guy
Swords.
rushing in there
Yeah.
like a 747 trying to make a landing. And
right underneath the Eight of Swords, I got the oppression card. So, the feminine, it was a female for the Eight of Swords, and then the male with the oppression. So it just got too much for them. And then, of course, you got the heartbreak.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the Ace of Cups means the child, new life.
Yeah. The babe. Yeah, because that can be a birth of a child. And Leslie King says they knew her, but they couldn't get any info as to who he was. Hope you're doing well too, grass grower.
I wonder if she had anything to do with his death.
Yeah, that's what I wonder, because that Three of Swords kept coming up again and again and again, and I got the Queen of Swords.
And I pulled the Five of Swords.
I
Ouch.
think she had a sharp tongue, this woman, for some reason. That's also coming to me. But let me just see.
Because he saw her as the star. He saw her as hope. That was... But then I'm wondering if the material work, that whatever it was that they were doing, I don't know if she was doing something and he didn't know it, or she was helping him. And maybe that's why she's tight-lipped. She cannot talk about it because of the consequences. It could be very well life-threatening.
Absolutely. I think so. Because
I don't... Yeah.
I'm just going to ask the cards why he killed himself and see if I get anything. Why did he end his life?
On the bottom of the deck, walking away.
Yeah, there he ends his life. He lost hope.
Yep, the next card was death, honey.
Oh my God. I wonder if he was some kind of spy, though, because the Ten of Swords. Oh, jeez. Oosh. A little.
And the last one, the Hierophant. So, judgment was made on him. That's like, the person in power.
Did he kill himself, or did someone help him? I'm
going to put my pendulum out for that.
Yeah. I know you got to get to bed. I don't want to keep you up too late.
Yeah, we get our keys tomorrow.
Yes.
Drop off the lease in the morning to them.
It is 9:33 on the West Coast.
Okay.
It's 12:33 right now, Sherry.
11:33 for me. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm Central Time. Yeah.
Okay. Shows I know about that.
And I'm sitting here like he's drifting off.
We don't want you to have that. Ace of Cups.
I got up at 5 a.m. this morning, so that's why.
Somebody lied to him. Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords. And it put him in a difficult position.
If he even understood he was in a difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are pretty adept at.
And I got a King of Cups. And that awakening. Then he becomes aware of something. I think that something definitely wasn't as he thought it was. emotionally, and it affected him. Definitely. Because these are cemetery gates on this. This is, for judgment. I kind of like how they do it. This is him before, and then this is him after the transition from the past to a more broader.
I'm getting it was a suicide.
Yeah, I think it was a suicide from this.
She didn't have anything to do with it. And I asked if she had somebody else do it for her. And as I'm saying this, is telling me no.
Yeah,
I feel ask if he was a spy.
Yeah, that would be a good question. I really think, because why all the codes and all of that?
Ooh, I'm getting a pretty good spin on this. You can't see it, but
you getting anything, Sherry?
Spy.
Yeah, I'm getting I pulled a Moonology card. I got meditate and contemplate on that for him. New moon in Pisces is what it's called. And meditate and contemplate. And then of course what I had mentioned earlier, the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Swords.
Oh, this is crazy. Yeah. I asked if he's like a spy. I got the 4 cups and the Hierophant. I think he was.
Yeah, he was answering to a higher power, and like a government, maybe even religion for all we know.
Yeah.
Because definitely, I'm sorry, but the Pope and all those people don't have clean hands.
Yeah. Ace of Wands.
I digress.
Yeah, I agree though. Ace of Wands.
Those 2 guys that have been that were acting like they were law enforcement. That were actually bribing Secret Service agents to get them to do things or tell them things. The agents that protect the First Lady.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
This is recent. I don't watch the
One
news.
of them did something in the neighborhood. Something didn't ring right with her. And she called and reported them. And that's when they found the guys. But they've been doing it for almost a year. And they were bribing these Secret Service agents like with expensive stuff from what I was reading. It's like, holy crap, man.
That's scary. All right, my ladies, I gotta crash.
All right, you go.
My brain's not working.
No, so go and get your rest.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, always a pleasure.
In chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Heather. Sleep tight.
Thank you for inviting me as always.
And there were 2.
Mind blowing how they can get that close to the First Lady. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, when they started talking about it, and then I think it was a Rachel Maddow's show the other night, and she was talking about it, or it was one of them. I just happened to have had the TV on, and I was like, wait a minute. You know, number one, you expect Secret Service agents to be a lot more circumspect about who they allow to hang out with them, and what kind of information they could have given out. And we're talking the First Lady here. People think Joe Biden is very laid back. Do something and hurt Dr. Jill. Yeah. I think you'll
see Scorpio with a tail coming out to sting you
times 1,000. I mean,
oh yes,
you would definitely, I
agree.
I would not want to be in his crosshairs if something like that happened.
No, Joe would make sure that you
got lost one wife that was the love of his life, and to lose the second one to something like that. Oh yeah, no.
I agree.
They would be dirt under the dirt. I mean, just and it makes you wonder, because somebody had brought up I think maybe it was in one of the other chat rooms. Somebody was talking about it on one of the streams this week
Mm-hmm.
about one of their dog, the young one. I think it's Champ or Major. I don't remember which one. The older dog they'd had for years and years died, but the
Oh.
one they had just gotten, the German Shepherd, before they moved to the White House, bit one of the Secret Service agents, and they had to send the dog back to Delaware to get retrained, and they brought him back and turned around. He bit that same Secret Service agent again.
Maybe he knew that Secret Service
And I'm
agent
wondering,
was a piece of trash.
maybe they should have been listening to the damn dog.
I think so.
The dog was trying to tell them something.
Yeah, this guy's
the dog spent more time with her than they did with the president. I mean, just simply because of lack of time,
For real. For
And
real.
now they got that cat that seems to be. The few pictures I've seen, the cat has got the rule of the whole damn White House.
That's right. That's right. That's what a cat does. They take
That's
over.
it.
Yes, we are closing down the stream because
It's late.
yeah, it's late. They need to get to bed.
Yeah, I've been up
And-
since 5, and it's what I don't even know what time it is. It's 20 to midnight now. So,
And we've been on almost close to 3 hours. So
oh wow, okay.
yeah, it's like 2 hours
Yeah,
and
good
40
Lord.
minutes right now. So we are going to close this out.
And say
And
good night.
Jerry, yes, I can't
Thank
wait.
you for inviting me.
Always,
It's
you're always
a lot
welcome.
of fun. I'm still trying to find a deck of cards that
That
would work better with kind of what we're covering here with true crime. And I know there's bound to be some out there that kind of are in that vein, So
I'm still looking. I'm working on making my own deck.
Yeah,
So
I'm not that talented.
oh, I don't believe that. It's just once you get putting your mind to it,
I can look at something and tell you, yeah, that'll work, or that looks good, or that looks like crap.
Yeah.
But as far as coming, I'm just not an artsy, craftsy person.
There's all kinds of decks out there though too, so you don't have to make your
Oh
own.
yeah, I mean, I just figure if I look around long enough, I'll find what I'm looking for.
You will, especially Etsy. That's just like, woo.
Yeah.
It's like, here, take my money.
Yeah, evidently I ordered an oracle deck, native oracle or something. I don't remember ordering them, but I got an email like yesterday saying they just got shipped, and I'm like, what got shipped?
And you're like, oh God, what did I order?
completely forgot about buying. I was like, I don't even remember buying these cards.
Uh-oh, she must have been one of
But I'm
those
dangerous if I get on
late at night.
late at night.
Yeah, and that's I do the same thing. It's like, oh my God, put that. I gotta
Buying these
put the-
damn cards gets addictive,
It
It's like,
is. I got real with myself. It's like,
and
I
I've
gotta
got a
stop.
long list of the ones I want to get.
Same.
It's like, oh, that's
Same.
bad.
Madame Endora's fortune cards are good, Jake. I have those. Those are really neat. I agree.
Yeah, those are those kippers that Heather was. No,
it's
okay,
a different deck, but it's really neat. I'll have to go see if I can find it. Again, it's in my other bedroom. But I will let you guys go and let Sherry get some sleep. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
'cause
wipe
I'm
the
falling
sweat off
out
my
on you
brow.
here.
No worries. And I've got
At least
so
I
much
didn't
work to do.
face plan on air.
You
Done
did
that.
not. You were fine.
I've been known to go whoop right on down.
Oh my goodness. Well, you are a love. Love you,
Son laughs
Sherry.
at me. He's like, oh, Mom's out.
Love you guys. Thank you
Love
guys
you
so
too.
much. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Be good.
Yeah, or be bad. And if you're gonna be bad,
If
be
you're
good.
gonna be bad, don't get caught.
Yeah.